Here we have the Best Choice Products Kids 6-foot ride on motorcycles with the treaded tires, right? Now, this bike here, I got it for my son. We got it for him when he was maybe around 4 years old. I see a lot of people getting this for their kids online earlier than that. I wouldn't recommend getting it earlier than 4 years old because it's a pretty sizable bike. It's pretty big. My son is 6 years old. Zion, just get on the bike so we can show him the size of the bike aspect. So see, he sits on there comfortably, 6 years old. For someone to put someone less than 4 years old on there, I possibly wouldn't do that. They won't really like go too far unless they have like smaller versions. You can get off, Zion. So as far as the setup of this product, right, it's already mounted here. We've had this bike for about 2 years now, literally. The setup was not as complicated, but even though it's already set up, I'm just gonna tell you a bit about the setup, right? So the handle here, right, these screws come separate. This is how you move forward and back. This mount of the entire front comes off. You want to make sure and put this part on first. Then this is a cap that's separate. You see the screws, the tires go on there. This is the electrical connection pieces. This is the footrest, right? This back part isn't connected. You have the screws to put on there. I want to make sure and tighten those, right? This is a bit loose. I should have this a bit tighter there for my son. And this was very easy to screw in, right? Even though I'm not doing an actual full setup of the product, I want to just give you a review here. This is not like a race bike, right? You're not gonna expect your child to get on here and ride like a speed demon, right? The tires, they're not rubber tires. These are sort of like a hard plastic material, right? These shiny wheels give it a nice look. But Ziggy, get on top of here. Let's show him a bit of how it rides off, right? So what do? You put your foot down, right? He has his foot on the pedal here. The kids will put their hand on. And what button are you pushing to move forward? That button there. Okay, good job. Now to come back, what do you do to get back? You just push backwards. There isn't a reverse button on it. You can just go forward and back. The thing with this, right, is that you do want to have a flat surface when you're riding this bike. If the surface outside isn't the smoothest, it would slide a bit. Zion, if you can, just show us some of the features on the bike here. Like there is a light. Show us where the light button is. So that's the light button, and the headlights come on, right? There's some other buttons. What do those buttons do? What do those other buttons do up here?
This one can make sound.
Oh, it starts it up. Okay.
And this one horn.
And that's a horn there. And there are other buttons on there. What do those other buttons do? Okay, so that's an indicator, right? They have the right indicator letting you know you go right. And they also have the left indicator letting you know that you go to the left. Now, a great part about this, you can take that off, Zion. A great part about this, right, is that the charge for this bike is a cord that plugs in here. You see where it says charge? I want to tell you that we haven't charged this bike for over literally a year. And this bike is still powered on. So the battery power for this bike is phenomenal. We literally have this bike sitting in my son's room the entire time. But for lastly, I just want to have Zion just give you guys a ride. It's not the heaviest bike either. You see, I'm picking it up here with one hand, right? And it's not the world's biggest bike. But Zion, if you can, just take it back there and just ride forward to us, please. All right, so as he pushbacks, see, this is a 6-year-old, just go all the way back, right? Keep going all the way back. He can control the bike well, right? Now come forward to us. Right, well speed, well maintained, and he has that there. So I'll definitely give this bike a solid 4.5 out of 5 stars. The bike it looks great, right? The speed is not the fastest. And again, you don't want an extreme fast bike because you don't want your kids to be getting hurt there. The lights on the bike, they're fantastic. It has some great functions here with the buttons there. This is your throttle. The setup is very fast, simple. Anyone can put it together. It's lightweight, and it's great for kids to ride around and entertain themselves.